Crash course on microeconomics, market structures and competition, and how they impact pricing. Market structures refer to the characteristics of a market that determine how businesses within that market interact with one another, how prices are set, and how profits are distributed. There are several different market structures that exist, and they all have different implications for how firms compete with each other. One of the most well-known market structures is perfect competition, where there are many small firms selling identical products, and no one firm has any control over the price of the product. In this scenario, firms have to price their products competitively in order to stay in business. An example of a market that comes close to perfect competition is the agricultural industry, where there are many small farmers producing crops such as wheat, corn, and soybeans, which are traded on commodity exchanges. Another market structure is monopolistic competition, where there are many firms selling similar, but not identical, products. In this type of market, firms have some control over the price of their product, but they are still competing with other firms selling similar products. A classic example of monopolistic competition is the restaurant industry, where there are many restaurants selling similar types of food, but each restaurant has its own unique atmosphere and menu. Moving up the spectrum, we have oligopoly, where a small number of large firms dominate the market. In this scenario, firms have significant control over the price of the product, and they often engage in non-price competition, such as advertising and product differentiation, to attract customers. A good example of an oligopoly is the automobile industry, where a few large companies such as Ford, General Motors, and Toyota dominate the market. Finally, we have monopoly, where a single firm dominates the market and has complete control over the price of the product. In this scenario, there are no close substitutes for the product, and consumers have to pay whatever price the firm sets. A classic example of a monopoly is a utility company, such as a water or electricity provider, that has exclusive control over the distribution of that service in a particular area. Now, let's talk about some interesting stories and examples related to market structures and competition. One interesting example of how market structures can impact pricing is the case of pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceutical companies often hold patents on their drugs, which give them a temporary monopoly on the market. During this time, they can charge very high prices for their drugs, often many times the cost of producing them. Once the patent expires, however, other companies can produce generic versions of the drug, leading to a sharp drop in the price. This illustrates how monopolies can lead to high prices, but also how competition can drive prices down. Another interesting example of market structures and competition is the rise of ride-sharing services such as Uber and Lyft. These companies have disrupted the taxi industry, which was previously dominated by a small number of large companies that often charged high prices. By allowing individuals to use their own cars to provide rides, Uber and Lyft have introduced competition to the market and driven prices down, while also giving consumers more options and flexibility. Now, let's move on to the top 12 popular market structures and competition that apply to daily life. 1. Perfect competition. As previously mentioned, this type of market structure is characterized by many small firms selling identical products, such as in the agricultural industry. 2. Monopolistic competition. This type of market structure is characterized by many firms selling similar, but not identical, products, such as in the restaurant industry. 3. Oligopoly. This type of market structure is characterized by a small number of large firms dominating the market, such as in the automobile industry. 4. Monopoly. This type of market structure is characterized by a single firm dominating the market and having complete control over the price of the product, such as in the case of a utility company. 5. Duopoly. This type of market structure is characterized by two firms dominating the market, such as in the case of Coca-Cola and Pepsi in the soft drink industry. 6. Monopsony. This type of market structure is characterized by a single buyer dominating the market, such as in the case of a large retailer like Walmart that can negotiate lower prices with suppliers. 7. Oligopsony. This type of market structure is characterized by a small number of buyers dominating the market, such as in the case of a few large meat processors buying livestock from farmers. 8. Contestable market. This type of market structure is characterized by low barriers to entry, allowing new firms to enter and compete with existing firms, such as in the case of online retail. 9. Natural monopoly. This type of market structure occurs when it is more efficient for a single firm to provide a particular good or service, such as in the case of water or electricity distribution. 10. Cartel. This type of market structure is characterized by a group of firms colluding to restrict output and drive up prices, such as in the case of the OPEC oil cartel. 11. Trust. This type of market structure is similar to a cartel, but instead of firms colluding directly, they entrust a third party to manage the market and restrict output, such as in the case of the Sugar Trust in the early 20th century. 12. Auction market. This type of market structure is characterized by buyers and sellers coming together to trade goods or services through an auction process, such as in the case of art auctions or online auctions like eBay. In summary, market structures and competition are critical concepts in microeconomics that have a significant impact on how goods and services are priced and distributed. From perfect competition to monopoly, each type of market structure has its own unique characteristics that determine how firms compete with each other and how prices are set. By understanding these market structures and the ways in which they impact pricing, consumers can make more informed choices and businesses can make strategic decisions to stay competitive. And now, here is a poem about market structures and competition. In the world of economics, there are markets galore. Each with its own structure, each with its own score. From perfect competition to monopoly. There are lessons to learn, for you and for me. In perfect competition, many firms sell the same. And none have control over the price of the game. In monopolistic competition, firms sell something close. But each one's unique, and that's what matters the most. In oligopoly, a few firms dominate. And prices are set, through non-price debate. And in monopoly, a single firm reigns supreme. Prices are high, and competition is but a dream. Duopoly, monopsony, and oligopsony too. All have their quirks, and they're worth knowing through and through. And in natural monopoly, there's no room for more. A single firm is best, and that's the final score. Cartels and trusts collude to restrict output and price, it's a trick so slick. But auctions are open, and that's their great charm. Buyers and sellers, coming together with no harm. So whether you're a consumer, or a business that strives, market structures and competition are how the market thrives. By understanding these concepts, and the lessons they teach, you can make informed choices, and stay ahead of the reach. ******, start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html $8 = 7989335 is a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for kind support our AnHub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.